Hello, this is Dr. James Rivera, and we're in the second week of synthesis writing. So I'm recording a couple of short videos for your assignments this week. You have two main assignments in week 2 of synthesis writing. If you remember in week 1, you selected a topic and 3 sources related to that topic, and then you all discussed your topics and sources on discussion forums. In week 2, you're going to take those 3 sources, you're going to outline them, and then you're going to list topics that they cover, each source. You'll have one discussion forum that's a bunch of outlines for each of your sources. You should have at least 3 with topics listed under each one. And then at the end of the week, you're going to post to the assignment a chart where you chart out all your topics and what paragraphs are in each source. So this short video is going to describe the outline part. And I'm going to show you a sample outline for your discussion forum post. And it's just for one. You don't have to do it in a Word document. What I would do is actually type it first in Word and then copy it and paste it to the discussion forum. Because if Word crashes, it'll save your work. But if the browser crashes, it won't. You'll just lose it. And in Word, you might want to save it as a rich text file or RTF. It'll probably copy and paste over cleaner that way. So this video, I'm going to be showing you what a sample source outline should look like. I typed it up on a sheet of paper as if it was going to be in a Word document, even though it doesn't have to be, because I can also show you again how to set up an MLA style paper using this document. So you see this here. If you were doing an MLA style paper, you'd have your name in the upper left-hand corner below the margin, my name, the course number, and the date that you're doing the work or the date the assignment's due. And then and this is all double spaced, top to bottom, no extra spaces. And then you have your title of the work here centered. And it's just straight double spacing. And then right here, you have your last name. This is in the header and the page number. Don't try to manually enter the page numbers like, here or here. Use insert page number in Word, okay? Now for your outline content, you see what I have here? I want you to take your first source, MLA style works cited entry, author last name, comma, author first name, period, the title of the source, because it's going to be a web page. All your sources are on the internet, right? So the title of the source is in quotation marks with a period inside the quotation marks. Then the title of the website where you found the source, that's in italics with a period after that. Then the date of your last accessed, say 12 September 2020, period. And then the actual URL of the website followed by a period. That's how I want you to do the works cited entry. So you're going to actually lead your outline with the works cited entry for the post for that source, because I want you to practice writing works cited entries. So, an extra space down in this case, your source's thesis or purpose. Make a statement there. And then I want you to outline each source paragraph by paragraph. So paragraph 1, what's the main point? One sentence summary of paragraph 1. Paragraph 2, one sentence summary of paragraph 2, etc. If it's got like really short paragraphs and you need to combine them, you might want to say paragraphs 3 to 5 cover this. All right. And once you've done an outline of listing every single paragraph in your source, and that's going to be important when you see the next video, every single paragraph you want a one sentence summary. So let's say this source is 9 paragraphs. I want you to look at it and see how the source might be divided up into main points internally and insert your headers here. What's the main point? The first main point that the source covers, and briefly describe that. The second main point that the source covers, the third main point or event or something like that. Because your source is going to have some kind of internal organization, I want you to read for that. I want you to understand the internal organization of each of your sources. And then if there's a conclusion separate from the last main point, you might add the word conclusion here and then spell out how they conclude. But basically, I want this works cited entry for each source, paragraph by paragraph summary, number of the paragraphs. That's important. You're going to need that for the next assignment this week, with a one sentence description of what's in each paragraph, and then put subdividers in there showing what the main points are as the source goes. Okay. So once you do that for one source, go on and repeat the same thing for a second source, and then repeat it for the third source. Just the outlines, you're not actually writing essays. And then once you've done all three sources, copy and paste that into the discussion forums. And then, of course, after you've posted to the discussion forums, start looking for two peers to post responses to. This document's also going to be in Canvas, okay? So you can open it up and look at it. And it's actually copied and pasted from Canvas instructions anyway, so you kind of have that in Canvas already. So after you've posted, look for a couple of peers. Look for peers who are talking about the same topic. And in your responses to them, about 150 words, describe their sources and then compare it to your sources and see if maybe your peer is using sources that you might want to use in addition or instead in your synthesis paper, and describe how you might use your peer's sources or how they don't fit maybe. In about 150 words, respond to two peers that way, okay? So complete instructions are in Canvas, and this discussion forum assignment, try to get it done around Wednesday or Thursday, all right? Now the next assignment is going to be a chart, and I'm going to show you that in the next video. And the video for that will be posted in the assignment instructions for the chart. So move on to the next one. And remember, as always, start with number one in each weekly module. Read it completely, read it carefully, make sure you understand what's going on, watch any associated videos, and then move on to number two. And just do everything in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as you go. And make sure you read all the material associated. Don't just try to jump into it and do the work, because I want you to carefully understand what you're doing when you're synthesizing materials. Remember, the purpose of this course is to develop college level reading and writing strategies. And synthesizing materials like this is very important, and is going to be for your future research papers. Remember, you're going to have to write reviews of the literature inevitably in some research paper somewhere, and that's synthesizing materials. You're always going to do that when you do research. Okay, so move on to the next step and watch the next video. Thank you.